The air in fairyland shimmered with an ethereal glow as Lyra, the Tooth Fairy, lay exhausted in her hidden sanctuary deep within the enchanted woods. She clutched a tiny, delicate bundle to her chest, a baby unlike any other. His silver wings were dusted with golden light, his tiny fingers sparkled with celestial energy, and his eyes held the infinite wisdom of both realms. This child, her son, was neither fully fairy nor fully human. He was something else entirely. Something the heavens feared. A shiver ran down Lyra's spine as she recalled the prophecy whispered through the winds of time. A child born of fairy and human blood would be the bridge between realms, uniting the magical, the mortal, and the celestial. But such unity threatened the balance of power in the heavens. The archangels, guardians of order, would never allow his existence. As she gazed at her child's peaceful face, a shadow darkened the moonlight. The heavens had discovered him. That night, as fairyland slumbered, a force unlike any other descended. A golden light, fierce and unyielding, filled Lyra's sanctuary. Feathers, pure white, radiant with celestial fire, fluttered in the air. And then, he appeared. Michael, the archangel of war, stood before her, his mighty wings unfurled, his piercing eyes locked onto the infant. This child, Michael's voice rang with authority, was never meant to be born. Lyra clutched her baby tighter. You cannot take him from me. Michael's expression did not waver. I must. Before Lyra could react, a storm of divine energy erupted around her. The world blurred, her cries swallowed by the thunder of celestial wrath. When she awoke, her arms were empty. Her baby was gone. Lyra searched every inch of fairyland, her heart breaking with every moment her child remained lost. The fairies whispered in hushed voices, too afraid to intervene. Even the elders, the oldest of her kind, lowered their eyes in sorrow. The heavens had taken him. Her wings trembled with rage. If the heavens had stolen her son, then she would do the unthinkable. She would seek out the one being feared even by angels. Deep beneath the ruins of the fallen grove, where light dared not touch, Lyra descended. The air grew thick with shadows, the whispers of the Forsaken swirling around her. And then, she reached the obsidian gates of the underworld. Two fiery eyes opened in the darkness. A low, amused chuckle rumbled through the void. Lyra, the noble Tooth Fairy, came a voice dripping with power. What brings you to my domain? Lucifer, the morning star, the fallen one, the ruler of the damned. She did not flinch. They took my child. Lucifer stepped into the dim light, his dark wings unfurled, his presence suffocating yet intoxicating. And you think I would help you? Lyra's eyes burned with fury. You were cast out by heaven, just as they cast out my son before he could even take his first breath. For a moment, there was silence. Then, a slow, knowing smile spread across Lucifer's lips. Very well, he murmured. Let's make the heavens tremble. The skies roared with fury as Lyra and Lucifer ascended to the celestial gates, a force unseen since the War of the Ancients. Lucifer, the once greatest of angels, spread his wings, black as the abyss, as his voice echoed across the heavens. Open the gates, Michael. The mother has come for her child. The golden gates of heaven stood tall, guarded by celestial warriors, their swords glowing with divine fire. Michael emerged, his expression unreadable. You dare bring darkness to the sacred realm? Lyra stepped forward, her voice shaking with grief and rage. Where is my son? Michael's gaze did not falter. He is where he belongs, safe from the chaos he was destined to bring. Lucifer let out a dark laugh. You mean safe from your fear? The tension crackled like a storm about to break. Then, without warning, Lyra moved. She struck like lightning, wings slicing through the air. Michael barely blocked her strike before she unleashed all her magic. The pure, untamed force of a mother's love turned into fury. The battle erupted. The heavens shook. Angels clashed against shadow, light against dark. But Lyra fought not for power, nor for vengeance. She fought for her child. As she broke past the warriors, her heart pounded. And then, she saw him. Her son, wrapped in golden light, floating within the sacred halls. She reached for him, but an invisible force pulled her back. A voice, one not of angels nor demons, filled the air. Stop. The heavens fell silent. The voice came from the child himself. The baby, no longer helpless, floated in the air, his small hands glowing with ancient power. His eyes, infinite as the cosmos, looked upon Michael, Lucifer, and Lyra with equal understanding. The war between realms must end, the child spoke, his voice echoing beyond time. I am not a threat. I am the bridge. The angels stirred. The demons hesitated. Michael's sword wavered. It is forbidden. The child turned to him. Who wrote the laws of heaven? Who decided fate? Fear has blinded you. Michael's expression darkened, but doubt flickered in his celestial eyes. Lucifer stepped forward, a smirk playing on his lips. Well, it seems heaven underestimated the boy. Lyra could barely breathe. You remember me. The baby turned, his tiny fingers reaching toward her. Mother. Tears streamed down Lyra's face as she took him in her arms. Michael's wings folded. He had no answer, no justification. The truth had been spoken. In the halls of heaven, an impossible moment unfolded. The angels, once rigid in their laws, knelt. The demons, once eager for war, watched in silence. Lyra held her child close, her heartbeat steady for the first time since that fateful night. Michael lowered his sword, his voice barely above a whisper. Perhaps we have been wrong. Lucifer chuckled. That's a first. The celestial gates glowed with a new light, not one of division, but of acceptance. The prophecy was no longer a curse, but a promise. Lyra left the heavens not as a thief in the night, but as a mother victorious. And as she cradled her child beneath the silver light of the stars, she knew. Love was greater than fate.